Karen, when I look at this piece, I just want to touch it.
Well, the title of it is No Rest, and what there's with this beautiful touchable stuff, there's actually lots of embedded shards of glass and mirror. In fact, one show we had to have a little fence around it because we were afraid that people would injure themselves, and that's actually, for me, important to have those pieces in there.
Well, when you think about life is full of sharp things as well as soft things.
I think all of my work has that. You know, there's the beauty and there's the intensity, and there's always both sides, the ambiguity.
You know, right next to it is this great installation of your garbage books. If you want to talk about them for just a moment, I would really be interested in your process, because Michael had said that friends had sent you materials, and I don't know if that was part of these books as well.
This was this is that same ongoing use of materials constantly. It started when I was going to make an accordion book that filled a room. I had boxes and boxes of collage scraps that I was not going to use in another way. Then I discovered, when I was teaching up at SUNY Purchase, where I still teach, the spiral binding method, which is very simple, very inexpensive. And I started nonstop every Friday night when I get done teaching. I stay and I start binding these books. And the garbage is my garbage, but it's also stuff that you would normally recycle, you know, like boxes of pasta boxes and scraps that I would find on the floor, you know, calendars from Mexico. And people also, at this point, give me stuff. But I am selective in what I take when it comes to this stuff, because, you know, the quantity of recycling that just I generate, and I'm always trying to not, you know, to not make more waste, is phenomenal. So I'm under 500 at this point. I usually do them in big installations. And so I just took a tiny bit, you know, maybe a small number of the books, and use them for this show. And it's something that I suspect I will just keep going. They're all labeled too. I suspect I'll just keep going for quite a while. And what I like, it's like the story of everybody, everything that I know is somehow included in this book. They're all labeled, all the labels are different, and they're numbered. So, you know, you start with junk, and it becomes carefully categorized, labeled, put in perfect boxes, and then strung up.
You know, Sue Ellen Glasshauser used to use the same type of labeling on her works. And whenever I see them in yours, it reminds me of her artist books.
When we met, we had so many things in common that I didn't even realize how much we had in common. In fact, some of that I realized after she had died. And when we curated the show of her books. Then, after that, Charlie, her husband, gives me many things of hers, many of her objects, her scraps, of which so many are labels. So I got some of Sue Ellen's fantastic pre-selected labels, and so many of the books here have Sue Ellen's labels in them.
It's nice to keep perpetuating her work.
There's almost never a moment where when I don't need something specific, that I could go into these boxes of Sue Ellen scraps and find the absolutely incredibly perfect scrap that's almost impossibly, you know, cosmic, that it appears right when you need it.